Tune into It's Petty Time Podcast. It's Petty Time Podcast. It's Petty Time Podcast. It's petty. It's petty. It's petty. It's petty. It's Petty Time Podcast.
What's up? It's Bray. Y'all know I'm coming through to represent for my bitch, Petty. She is launching her podcast, and that motherfucker is on Roku. You hear me? She doing big things. It's gonna be all type of things on it. It's gonna be a lot of different music. Better stop playing with me.
Tune into It's Petty Time Podcast. It's Petty Time Podcast. It's Petty Time Podcast. It's petty. It's petty. It's petty. It's Petty Time Podcast.
What's up? It's Bray. Y'all know I'm coming through to represent for my bitch, Petty. She is launching her podcast, and that motherfucker is on Roku. You hear me? She doing big things. It's gonna be all type of things on it. It's gonna be a lot of different music. It's gonna be a whole bunch of reviews. It's gonna be a lot of real shit. I can't tell y'all everything. Tap in.
Tune in.
I mean, you know. Hey, y'all. What we talking? I mean, so y'all know what it is. Y'all know the vibes. We basically working. You know what I'm saying? I just want to reintroduce myself. My name is H. Miss Jackson, if you know. Well, I want to start by saying that, you know, it only gets better from here. It only gets greater. All that. So it's crazy because I don't really see like how you got the flyers on and everything.
Say what?
On the Facebook stream. Oh, there we go. Oh, it's delayed. Oh.
You have to trust me.
Right, exactly. So, you know, y'all, it like basically there's work to be done. And the more you work, the more you end up getting done. You know what I'm saying? So I wanted to take this little segment out to reintroduce myself. My name is Angel Jackson, and I feel like I've done a lot over the years to where I built multiple brands, and y'all may know me as Miss Petty as well. And I wanted to take this time to really reintroduce myself because I feel like I'm misunderstood. I'm feeling like, you know, I've been taken wrong, and it's okay because sometimes we choose different paths in life, and you know they might not be the right path, you know, and that's okay. It's never too late to start over and do things right. So I just wanted to take this time, you know, to basically show more of Angel Jackson because I feel like Angel Jackson and Miss Petty are two different people. And those that know me know exactly what I'm talking about. Before I became Miss Petty, I was Angel Jackson. I'm still Angel Jackson. I will always be Angel Jackson. But the thing is, I decided to start a brand that consumed a lot of me from the good to the bad. And right now, I went through a lot of things in life. Well, recently, that I feel like I have to do things right this time, whether I'm Miss Petty or Angel Jackson. I feel like my approach that I took with being Miss Petty might have not have been the right approach. Like I was discussing with my partner, is that what I was discussing with my partner is that I feel like at a time where, because people know me, I had a couple cases, dangling and everything like that. And I feel like they used a lot of my social media presence to kind of judge me. And I feel like when people were telling me to choose the battle rap and Fat Girls Rock, because at the time I was more so positive. Angel Jackson was is an empowering woman. I'm about sisterhood. I'm pro-black, and I feel like a lot of those things got smeared with me being Miss Petty. So I want to dedicate not only this podcast, but my music, my life now, to getting people to recognize who Miss Angel Jackson is versus Miss Petty. When it's time to be Miss Petty, I'm going to be Miss Petty. But I don't want people, when they see me, thinking like, oh, that's Miss Petty. You know what I'm saying? I want y'all to address me as Angel Jackson. Because the difference between the two is there's some similarities. But Angel Jackson is a loving, caring, pro-black. That's the activist. That's the one that wants change. That's the one, that wants love. You know what I mean? Like that. So that's the one with the guard up. Miss Petty, on the other hand, that's my alter ego. That was the one that I felt like was protecting Angel Jackson. You feel what I'm saying? That's the one where I feel like nobody can play with me. Nobody can get over on me, and some people know to tread lightly when it comes to Miss Petty. When it comes to Angel Jackson, I dealt with people wanting to get over, wanting to manipulate, wanting to use, wanting to destroy me because I was a good person. And that's the problem. That's the reason why I stuck with Miss Petty. That's the reason why I chose Miss Petty, because I got tired of people getting over, trying to think that they could abuse me, whether mentally, emotionally, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because people knew that they could, because Angel Jackson is so forgiving. I'll forgive, too quick, or, you know what I mean? It's just a lot that comes with it. So I want to take this time to reintroduce myself as I'm learning how to do this podcast, as I'm building and networking and meeting different people in life. I don't want people, or I don't want to be addressed, I don't know how to say it, not like wrong, like I don't want from here on out to be addressed as Miss Petty unless I'm doing something that involves Miss Petty. Whether it's Petty Time, whether it's battle rap, I only want to be addressed as Miss Petty when it involves me being Miss Petty. From here on out, I want to be addressed as Angel Jackson, because I feel like me losing myself is a problem. And I've done a lot of lashing out over the years. People didn't know that I was really going through things behind closed doors, because all they seen was Miss Petty nonstop. They didn't see Angel Jackson, so a lot of people didn't care. When I needed people to be there for me at a time where, like when I was dealing with courts and things like that, getting backdoored and things and such, I feel like I've done a lot as Miss Petty that tarnished Angel Jackson. And that was a problem. And I'm not upset that people, maybe felt like I was a threat and didn't want to help me. That's okay. because I felt like I had to depend on God and I needed to get back there. So it's fine that I didn't have the help that I needed because I had exactly who I needed. So I feel like at this point in life, it's important for me to get back into, like, you can be yourself, but you gotta also give credit to where it's due. So, like, I feel like recently I owe it to myself to thank God from getting me out of my situations because I'm still here. I'm still here. And it was a moment where I felt like I wasn't going to be here. And to be this far, whether it's perfect or not perfect, to be this far, I didn't see it. All I seen was my life being taken away. You feel what I'm saying? And that's when I had to give in. I had to make a choice. Before, I couldn't make a choice. I made the wrong choice or whatever it may be. But I felt like I went through what I went through to get back to where I needed to be. And that was showing more Angel Jackson, because that's the boss. That's the artist. That's the talented one. That is who created Miss Petty. So I should have never been too consumed into something I created versus who created me or who I was. If y'all understand what I'm trying to say. But I just want people to, not mistake me anymore. I'm willing to work. I have a mission and why I started the podcast. I know a lot of people over the years was asking me to do it, and I didn't do it because I didn't see the value in it. But I guess, God had to really, I don't know, man. I can't even explain it. But this podcast ain't just for Miss Petty, and I want to make that clear that this is a platform started for Miss Petty, true, but at the same time, I also want to show Angel Jackson through Miss Petty as well, because at the end of the day, Angel is who is responsible for Miss Petty, and that's just what it is.
Can I tap in?
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna tap in. I've been following you for a long, long time. I'm super proud of you. I think that we definitely are in a city, in a environment that undervalues strong women, and I think that when you show your strength, it can be taken as intimidation from people, right? And I try to tell people all the time, like, I understand you because people did the same thing to me, and I would tell people, listen, I don't intimidate people. People are intimidated. That's their personal feeling. That's something they need to go deal with. That's not my problem. I didn't do that to you. I just was myself. And I think the thing that curves that is strong people working together, strong people saying, hey, yeah, we are strong. There's nothing wrong with that. We have strong personalities. Where can we agree? Where do we get to a point where we are agreeing with each other and not just trying to outdo each other? We're all super talented. All of us are super talented. So for you, I would like to ask, through all your struggles, what is the one most important thing that you feel you've learned from having an impact in your scene?
Okay, repeat. So you saying, what have I learned?
Like what do you feel? All right, let me reword that. What have you taken from the lessons that were handed to you? Because sometimes lessons are nice and some of them are ass kickings, right? What have you taken from the lessons that you've had to learn that made you better?
So what I have been taking recently is knowing what's a blessing and what is self-taught. Like, because sometimes like for instance, like I said, I created Miss Petty. That wasn't something that was God given. I can turn it around and you know, do things a little bit different, but I feel like I was more selfish when it came to the being Miss Petty. I didn't want to choose the right direction because at this point I felt like I was choosing me, and I haven't done that. It was a lot of giving to people, and to the point where it started breaking me down, man. I lost a lot, especially when it came to Fat Girls Rock. I was emotionally attached to that. I wouldn't feel like I'm more emotionally attached as Miss Petty or to the Petty brand. I'm not. Fat Girls Rock was more so a positive side of me, and I gave a lot. And with giving a lot, it just started taking me down emotionally. And I felt like I finally found my strength when I started a new brand and was selfish. So what I learned over is just sometimes you got to make the right decision, the right choices, no matter what, you know. And that's just what I'm doing now, and those are the lessons that I'm getting. You know, sometimes people aren't wrong, because when, like I said, when people were saying choose, like, what the hell are you talking about? Like, what do you mean choose? I don't gotta choose nothing. I could do both, you know. But I had to understand that I had a gospel following. You know, when I was doing inspirational music, they were my support. I was you know, on the news every year for doing something positive, whether it was handing out Easter baskets or whatever. So I feel like I chose. Now I feel like I chose, maybe, I don't know what to call it. I don't even know how to feel, because I feel like I started something. I'm responsible for a wave that wasn't really here. But like I said, it's never too late to revamp and just do things over a little bit, because it wasn't that I was here to tear anybody down. How I became Miss Petty again, like I said, was when people was on my live, I went by the clapback queen before I realized I was Miss Petty. So when I would get on live and people were talking about my teeth and talking about this and that, my first thing was, okay, well, do you have this or do you have that? You don't have this or you don't have that, when that's not what I was supposed to be doing. You know what I mean? So I feel like I did a lot of investing my time into the wrong people, the wrong things, the wrong energy, and I put a lot of negativity out in this atmosphere. And you got to be careful what you put out in the atmosphere. You could do some, but not a lot, you know. And I did a lot throughout the years of putting out negativity, etc. So, yeah.
Okay. That was very honest. And that's hard to do. It's hard to be honest live on TV. And it's hard to be honest with ourselves, right? Because sometimes we put our persona up so big that we start believing the bullshit.
Right.
Right. We start believing the bullshit. I fell victim to it. When you're doing well, you have two kinds of supporters, right? You have the genuine ones, and you have the hypers. Right? The genuine ones are going to be there when you're not doing well, and they're going to say, get up and go. And the hypers are going to hype you up and make you feel so great and so awesome. And next thing you know, because they want you to become egomaniacs, right? They want you to start feeling yourself and be so full of yourself that you can't see past yourself. I fell victim to it as well. What do you have to say to those types of people now that you have matured and you have grown and you are polishing yourself? What do you have to say to not only your genuine folks, but the hypers?
I really have nothing to say to them, but that everybody has a season. You know what I mean? Either you gonna be here when I'm Miss Petty or when I'm Angel Jackson, and that's the difference. Because I have people that support Angel Jackson no matter if I'm Miss Petty or not, because they know I'm the same person. Those that was here for Miss Petty and the drama and the negativity, they're more than likely going to drift off, because if I'm not, that's what they were here for, you know. And I'm not mad at them, because there was a time where I just wanted to be accepted for me, whether I was Miss Petty or Angel Jackson. Those people still accepted me for who I was. So I don't regret Miss Petty at all, because like I said, that was my protection for my heart, my soul, you know what I mean? And I just felt like I could have just did things just a tad bit different. That's it. Just a tad bit different. I feel like I didn't need to respond to everything, but I was in my bag. I was in my zone, you know? And yeah, it's just, that's just, you know, it's crazy, but yeah.
You're not alone. You're definitely not alone with that feeling. You know what I'm saying? I've been there. I think anybody, probably besides like Denzel Washington, who has been successful, has had to battle that. It is a battle. And I don't think people appreciate very much the effort it takes to do something from your own pocket, with with your own money, finding your own resources, getting your own equipment, and saying, here, I want to share this with you. People don't appreciate that. So it can make you angry. It can make you say like, man, fuck yeah. Like for real, it really can make you feel like you got to be selfish, or you got to be just to yourself. And I had to learn, for me personally, I just had to learn that it's all right to be a little selfish, right? You can't give away all your blessings. Because my mother used to tell me all the time, you give away way too many blessings. So just be mindful that you're not alone. Yeah.
Grind City.
Who's up, grinder? I'm a grinder. Show me podcast. It's petty time podcast. It's petty. It's petty. It's petty. It's petty time podcast.
What's up? It's Braid. Y'all know I'm coming through to represent for my bitch, Petty. She is launching her podcast, and that motherfucker is on Roku. You hear me? She doing big things. It's gonna be all type of things on it. It's gonna be a lot of different music. It's gonna be a whole bunch of reviews. It's gonna be a lot of real shit. I can't tell y'all everything. Tap in.
Grind City.
Who's a grinder? I'm a grinder. Show me grinders. If you're grinding, who's a grinder? I'm a grinder. Show me grinders. If you're grinding,
if you want this, then come get it. See the plug and the outlet. Line with all the outfits. From the north to the south, always rocking all the fly shit. From the east to the west, independent represent, screaming grinders. New empire aim to inspire network. Think higher, unite with this power. I'm more, so we do more. Foundation is solid. TV, mag, radio, and more. So show me who's
a grinder. I'm a grinder. Show me grinders. If you're grinding, who's a grinder? I'm a grinder. Show me grinders. If you're grinding.
Grind City.
Who's a grinder? I'm a grinder. Show me grinders. If you're grinding, who's a grinder? I'm a grinder. Show me grinders. if you're grinding.
If you want this, then come get it. See the plug and the outlet. Line with all the outfits. From the north to the south, always rocking all the fly shit. From the east to the west, independent represent, screaming grinders. New empire aim to inspire, network, think higher, unite. With this power, I'm more. So we do more. Foundation is solid. TV, mag, radio, and more. So show me who's up.
Grinder, I'm a grinder. Show me grinders. If you're grinding, who's a grinder? I'm a grinder. Show me grinders. If you're
It look like we back on it. We back on it.
Swear.
Back on
Swear, y'all. So, it was important for me to cover, that to separate the two.
What's the major difference between what's the major difference between Miss Petty and Angel Jackson?
Well, Angel Jackson is more like vulnerable, open to, open to people. I'm also, Angel Jackson is also not trustworthy. Miss Petty ain't either. So I feel like the difference is
Wait,
would be
let me make sure you said that right. You said they're not trustworthy, or
no,
they don't trust people.
Sorry,
Okay,
they don't
yeah,
trust
yeah.
people. Not trust. Y'all know what I meant.
No, we didn't.
Right. So yeah, both don't trust, but I feel like the major difference is one is more about empowering, positivity, love, change, you know what I mean? And the other is like, I don't give a, whether negative, positive, it doesn't matter what's going on, right or wrong. It's my way or the highway. And yeah, that's the difference between the two, man.
I feel you on that.
Yeah. So I was unapologetically unapologetic, sorry, as Miss Petty. Let's just put it like that. You can't play with her, and that's okay. You shouldn't play with Angel Jackson either, but, I let a lot of people play with me over the years and play in my face, and I loved that moment where I was just like, oh, man, y'all can't play with me. And I feel like that's where the single came from. Because I do have an album I'm working on, Miss Petty versus Miss Angel. So, of course, Miss Angel would be my more inspirational side, my R&B and everything like that. But Miss Petty is the one that's dropping the new single, Stop Playing With Me. So, Stop Playing With Me would be my cocky side, my arrogant side, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, give it up, you know what I mean? I give it up to her, you know what I mean? So that's what Stop Playing With Me is all about. And I look forward to this album. I look forward to my battles. I look forward to my podcast, the TV show, etc. You know what I mean? So it's a lot to be done, but there is a separation, and I have to continue to let people know, like, this is not all Miss Petty. This isn't all Angel Jackson, but y'all need to know when I'm being who. Like,
all right, so we're going to clarify. When you battling, you're Miss Petty.
Yep.
When you're speaking that truth, you're Angel Jackson.
Right.
All right. So there's got to be a little Angel Jackson that battles. Because your battles are truth. You ain't lying on the mic, right? They're real honest, right?
It's
So
really experiences in my life.
How do you turn the switch? Like, how do you turn the switch off for yourself and say,
Well, that switch would be when I'm handling business. Miss Petty is a little rough on the edges. So she would need somebody to kind of be like that PR or manager, you know what I'm saying? Because she's unapologetic. Meaning if that A&R plays with me, I'm going in. I don't give a damn about that deal or whatever's on the table
It's gonna
because
be a
you're
problem.
playing with me.
It's gonna be a
You
problem.
feel me? But Angel Jackson, I'ma sit there and I'ma get my check.
I feel you.
That's the difference.
More discipline. Angel Jackson's
Yeah.
more discipline. But is there anything else you want to tell everybody?
I appreciate the support, y'all, and I really went through some things recently that I felt like I didn't have to go through, but you know, sometimes, you know, y'all know that saying, like, some things come in three, or when certain things start to happen in your life like that, that's your breakthrough. So I feel like in order for my breakthrough, I guess I had to go through what I just went through. You feel what I'm saying?
Hey, that's why they call it a breakthrough and not a breakdown.
Right. So I did some things that I'm apologetic for. And, you know, like, I put myself in certain circumstances that I didn't have to. And I just, like I said, it needs to be a separation. I need, when I'm, like, all the positive things I did in life, I need those Angel Jackson supporters. I needed those when I was going through court. You feel what I'm saying? I needed those when, you know, a government informant murdered my niece. You know, I needed those people when, you know, I was assaulted by the police and they end up charging me. Like, so it's different things that I need people for. So when it's real, that's when I need those Angel Jackson people. You feel what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. As far as battle rap or whatever, I don't really need, I need y'all support as far as like coming in the building and or watching the battle and stuff, but I don't need y'all to come to my rescue. I'm not here to be hurt when it comes to battle rap. Now, if it's something break out at a battle or something and I'm about to get jumped by 200 people, I still feel like, okay, now Angel Jackson about to click in, can y'all come and help me, blah, blah, blah. Okay? So, I appreciate the support. I appreciate everybody. You know, I'm open now. I'm more forgiving. I've actually forgiven who I need, even Chaz, for the situation that I ended up, because can't nobody put me in a situation other than myself. So I was a lot of hot-headed then or impulsive then. So I can't continue to keep blaming somebody that I consider to be a rat or whatever the case may be. Because you can't rat on somebody that you know nothing about or you don't have anything to rat on. So now I even forgive him because I can't be mad anymore. Because this went further than him just telling on me about a protest. My niece was murdered in the midst of, you know, all of this. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm not going to ever regret from standing up for change, whether it went wrong or not, because I still dealt with the system or whatever doing wrong. So it's like, why even regret? But, you know, whatever. Like I said, I forgive a lot. I forgive my family that I don't deal with. A lot of friends that I may be cut off. I don't know. I forgive. I want to be forgiven because at this point it's important for me right now. And I want to move on past things. And I feel like I'm about to revamp my whole life. And I feel like it's necessary. I feel like God has forced me to revamp. It's not so much I'm choosing anymore. I'm just like kind of going with the flow. You know, like whatever he, you know, got planned is kind of like what we doing. You know what I mean? So, y'all, that's it. You know what I'm saying? This was a reintroduction to myself and to also show y'all that, you know, the show only gonna get better from here. Tune in. I will be introducing another segment on Wednesdays called Work or Worth It. That's basically reviewing new music to the scene or just to the industry, period. or just, battles and everything like that. So, like I said, it's called Work or Worth It. It's either you need more work or you worth it. You feel what I'm saying? If you worth it, we got, a lot of perks for you, for your music, for what you working on, outlets, available to you and everything. But that's neither here nor there. That's for the future. But look out for that. Once the logo drop, flyer drop, y'all know it's on and popping. But for right now, every Friday, 12 p.m., tune in and also download Grind City TV Network on Roku, y'all, because we be live on TV, you know what I mean? So big things ahead, big things popping. Stay tuned, y'all. Angel Jackson, a.k.a. Miss Petty, I'm signing out.
Tune into It's Petty Time Podcast. It's Petty Time Podcast. It's Petty Time Podcast. It's petty. It's petty. It's petty. It's Petty Time Podcast.
What's up? It's Braid. Y'all know I'm coming through to represent for my bitch, Petty. She is launching her podcast, and that motherfucker is on Roku. You hear me? She doing big things. It's gonna be all type of things on it. It's gonna be a lot of different music. It's gonna be a whole bunch of reviews. It's gonna be a lot of real shit. I can't tell y'all everything. Tap in.
Grind City.
Who's a grinder? I'm a grinder. Show me grinders. If you're grinding, who's a grinder? I'm a grinder. Show me grinders. If you're grinding,
If you want this, then come get it. See the plug and the outlet. Line with all the outfits. From the north to the south, always rocking all the fast shit. From the east to the west, independent represent, screaming grinders. New empire aimed to inspire, network. Think higher, unite. With this power, I'm more. So we do more. Foundation is solid. TV, mag, radio, and more. So show me who's
a grinder. I'm a grinder. Show me grinders. If